how far are you willing to go? Would you go in for a nip and a tuck or 14 of them? Nick Watt joins us from London with the story of a woman taking the quest for youth to brand new extremes. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Elizabeth. Well, you are about to meet a woman who claims she is a trailblazer. Cindy Jackson says she is redefining what aging means. And I've got to tell you, she's not what I was expecting. If you passed Cindy Jackson on the street, you would have no idea why she is famous, why she holds a world record. But Cindy Jackson has had $100,000 worth of cuts, pulls, peels, jabs, and a whole lot of whatever that is.
It's not just operations. I mean, I've had 14 full-scale operations with anesthetic, only 14. But I've had Botox, my upper and lower eyes done twice, 5 facelifts, liposuction.
In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to find a part of her body that hasn't been cosmetically enhanced.
I've never even heard of this. Knee liposuction?
Yes. You know, on the inside of the knees, you get that fat pad so your knees almost rub together when you walk.
Watch Cindy's face change over the years in her search for perfect beauty and eternal youth. She's had more cosmetic procedures than anyone else ever. 52. That's a world record. Cindy is now 55 years old.
I didn't set out to set a world record. It was never my ambition. It's just that I had so much done.
Most recently, to her hands.
I'd had everything done to look younger, to look better, and my hands were letting me down.
So she had them injected with a substance that apparently stimulates collagen production.
I did have prominent veins and tendons sticking up, and now you don't see them at all.
You're messing with nature.
Nature messed with me. I don't have any problem messing with nature. That's absolutely true. I'm messing with nature. But that's what people do. We redirect water. We call it plumbing. You know, that's not natural.
The way I look at myself, I've got, receding hairline, I've got large chin, I've got crow's feet, but that's me. And sort of live with it.
Well, everybody's different.
Over the years, Cindy has transformed herself from this into this. Why?
For me, it was just to look better. It's a very basic, simple reason.
Cindy Jackson grew up in small-town Ohio with a short-tempered father and low self-esteem.
One guy, when I was 14, said, "You know, Cindy, when you smile from the side, your nose and chin almost meet." It was like being in the wrong body and face. And I felt that very much, and I wanted to change it.
When her father died, he left her some money. The work began.
There is a kind of formula that you're aiming for.
Definitely. I mean, you can't just randomly start changing your features because you wouldn't look human.
The ancient Greeks formulated an ideal symmetry.
It gets very technical.
Right.
And from the side, your upper lip should line up with your chin.
Soon, Cindy felt 10% better.
Why would you stop at 10%?
Because the more you do, the more potential there is for something to go horribly wrong, and you end up on a slippery slope where you can't stop and you end up looking like a freak.
Well, that's not the way I do it, but...
She claims she is careful, that she takes it slow.
Why do so many people get it wrong?
The big famous disasters, it seems to me that it's a willful plan that they want to make themselves look strange.
Cindy says she just wants to be beautiful and young.
I feel like a young spirit, and I don't want to look in the mirror and see an old face.
She now runs a website, writes books, and works as a cosmetic surgery consultant.
For me, the best result is one that looks natural. I wouldn't ever want anyone to stop and stare at me and go, "Oh, that woman's had a lot of surgery." I would never want to look like I'd had anything done.
Does she look natural? Does she really? You decide. Now, whether you think Cindy looks natural or not, that's one question, but you'll probably agree she does not look 55 years old. She calls this medical progress and says that we do not have to look like our parents looked as they aged. And Elizabeth, Cindy Jackson calls that evolution.
Well, you were sitting across from her, Nick. Let me put you on the spot. Does she look natural?
From certain sides, she does. I think when she smiles, she perhaps doesn't look quite natural. You can see little marks here. But you know what? If I passed her on the street, I would not know she had anything done. I went to that interview expecting to see a kind of freak show, someone who'd had far too much work done, and that is definitely not her.
Interesting. All right, Nick, thanks so much.